What's going on, guys? ChillisFM here, taking a look at Ariados as a closer in the Open Great League. This is not a pick that was on my radar when the new season came out. However, I have seen a couple of other content creators use this on Twitch, and I've been really impressed with its performance. And it did get 2 buffs, right? Poison Sting now does more damage, and Trailblaze is now cheaper, so you get there a lot quicker. It's putting in a lot of work for me. I'm not going to talk too much about it right here. I'm just going to show y'all. So let's go ahead and get into these battles. Go ahead and leave a like if you're excited for today's video. Let's go. All right, into the first one, Greninja. Into Dugong, right? Pretty neutral lead. We can hit them for neutral with Night Slash. They can hit us for neutral with Drill Run. We are both resisting each other's fast attack. Night Slash, not the greatest move, so I would tip this in Dugong's favor just slightly. Unless we get a boost, of course. They actually decide to go for a bait, which I get it. You're going to need 2 moves, really. Drill Run's not going to quite take out, but I imagine if you want to just invest a shield, you could just Drill Run and farm down. Instead, they go for the Icy Wind. I'm going to just keep spamming out these Night Slashes as I get them, hoping for that boost, but not getting it. So here comes the next charge attack. I'm content with just letting Ariados farm this down. They actually go for another Icy Wind bait, which is really nice for me. It's actually huge because I make it to another Night Slash, and now they're forced to either give up a shield or let their Dugong go, and they decide to give up a shield. So now I'm going to come in with my Ariados, just go for the hard Poison Sting down. We will have to eat 1 Icy Wind here. It's not a huge deal. It definitely does hurt. Ariados not known for its bulk, but we should still be able to get the Poison Sting down even after they drop our attack. What do they have in the back? Going to be a Toxapex. So we're going to be swapping out for 2 reasons. Number 1, Trailblaze just not going to do a ton into Toxapex. It's only neutral, and Toxapex is very bulky. And then number 2, we want to clear our debuff. In the back, they have a Gastrodon, and you would think this is just a pretty cut and dry loss, just hard countered in the back. But they bait with a Body Slam. I know it's going to be just a Body Slam. They don't even build up to the Earth Power. So I can just safely no-shield that and trust in Ariados, even with its low health. Going to be able to make it to this next Earthquake to pull the final shield from this Gastrodon, and the 50-second switch clock's coming in clutch right here. We're going to be able to snipe with the first Trailblaze right here, boosting our attack, and we already have a second Trailblaze ready to go. So this is going to be a one-time boosted Trailblaze going into the Toxapex. Doesn't do a ton of damage, but we are resisting their poison jabs, and we still have 2 shields. So I'm going to go ahead and throw up the first shield right here. You might be thinking, why not just save your shields for Clodsire? You're going to be triple resisting, double, what is it, double, triple? I don't know. The poison jabs, and you could just Quake them. Well, they were outside of Quake range, so we might as well just go for the Trailblazers. And this is going to be a 3 times boosted Trailblazer right here, coming through to take out the Toxapex. So Ariados able to clean up against some very bulky Pokemon. All right, into the next one. Great lead, Diggersby. They're going to be actually staying in here. Greninja, of course, does outpace, but we do need to watch out, especially for a Hyper Beam. Scorching Sands would hurt, but it would not one-shot. Hyper Beam would one-shot. So this trainer is smart. They do build up to the Hyper Beam, so I am going to go ahead and throw up the shield to respect it. It's going to be the Scorching Sands. Of course it is. I mean, why wouldn't it be? They do get the attack drop, and then they come in with an Azumarill. This is where Ariados can come in really clutch. We're going to be doing super effective damage with the Poison Stings and with the Trailblaze, and at the same time, raising our attack. Now, again, not known for its bulk, we do want to throw up a shield, especially since they did build up to the Hydro Pump, and they do full send the Hydro Pump this time. So now I can overfarm by quite a bit, and unless they want to invest both shields, they're not going to be able to get through my Ariados. So here comes the first Trailblaze. It does connect. Out comes the Diggersby, and we're going to be able to get another Trailblaze off. This is a double boosted one, and of course they have to throw up a shield. I'm going to go ahead and swap now into Greninja, thinking maybe it's another fairy in the back. My camera froze. I don't know why my camera froze. Anyways, maybe it's another fairy in the back. It is not. It's instead going to be a Venusaur. I've definitely seen more and more Venusaurs popping up the more that I've been playing in the Open Great League, and Ariados is an absolute wall for it, right? We double resist all the grass moves, single resist the poison moves while doing neutral with both Poison Sting and Lunge. So Greninja able to put in a ton of work there, get this Venusaur into the red, and now we can just come in with the Ariados. Even the single resisted Sludge Bomb is not going to KO from this range, just puts us into the red. We go for the Trailblaze in case they go for this catch, which Lunge would have KO'd too, but might as well go ahead and boost our attack, right? No reason not to. We just get the Poison Sting down. That's a GG's. Well played to my opponent. Alright, into the next one. Up against a Malamar lead. Ariados does win this in the 1s and probably the 0s. I haven't checked the 0s. I imagine it loses in the 2s just because of the fast move pressure is super effective from Malamar. So, perfectly content with having it here on my Greninja. This is the one, yeah, I threw a Night Slash bait. Don't do that. That's a horrible bait. That's a dumb bait. Don't do it. It worked out for me. They did shield, and then they swap out into, what do you know, a grass type. Here comes Ariados. Gonna go ahead and get this lunge off immediately to make sure that the Thunder does less damage whenever they do finally get there. And you're gonna see, we're gonna be able to tank 2 Thunders with that debuff on them. So, Bullet Seed's doing absolutely nothing. Again, they are double resisted. There is absolutely no farm down potential for this Ferrothorn. So we're just gonna keep debuffing them with lunge. Next Thunder coming through. Gonna put us into the red. Just barely. There's the counter swap into Malamar. We do want to respect the superpower here. And it is the superpower, and that's great. Still don't think they're quite into Night Slash range, so I am going to go ahead and go for the Hydro Cannon to ensure we get the KO. We're at 100 energy, so we're going to be fine in that case. Out comes the Ferrothorn. We're going to get this next Night Slash off, take out the Ferrothorn, and in the back, going to be a Registeel. So we're just in a great spot right here. We're going to be able to get some nice chip damage here with the Hydro Cannon. If they shield this, then we just get to land an Earthquake later on. Now, you might say, why not just bring in Clodsire immediately here? Well, there's a small chance that this Registeel is running like Flash Cannon, or even Hyper Beam, which could hit Clodsire for neutral. So might as well put in as much work as I can with my other 2 Pokemon first. And yeah, at this point, they're debuffed and they're low enough. I'm perfectly content with bringing in my Clodsire. And that's going to be GG's. Well played to my opponent. Alright, into the next one. Up against a Feraligatr lead. And this is where Greninja is really good. We're going to be resisting absolutely everything that Feraligatr could be throwing at us. Now, we're only dishing out neutral with the Night Slashes. 2 Night Slashes doesn't quite take out the normal, the non-shadow, but it puts it pretty low. That way I could handle it anywhere else. They swap out into a Licky Licky, and this thing is fast. This thing is fast. I thought I could get the Hydro Cannon off and then dip, but no, they are able to get the Body Slam onto me. That's perfectly fine. That does mean we're in Hydro Cannon range later, so I'm going to go ahead and just bank some energy, and then I'm going to come in with my Clodsire. Clodsire going to tank this Body Slam like it's absolutely nothing, and they should be in Stone Edge range from here, right? So we're going to go ahead and eat whatever they want to throw here. Licky Licky does have access to Earthquake. I haven't seen one running one yet. It's a non-stab move from a pretty bulky Pokemon, so it wouldn't really be threatening anyways, but just something to keep in mind. Gonna go ahead and go for the Stone Edge here, which would be enough to take out this Gator. Going to pivot back into Greninja. I love this 50-second switch clock. I love it. Some people are saying they don't really notice the difference. Well, I like to dance around a lot, and I've seen as I'm playing more, I feel like people are dancing a lot more. So we're going to dance there. Going to go ahead and let our Greninja go. And I'm looking to see if I can just hard farm this. Since it's a normal Gator, I don't think I was going to be able to. But we're not going to let them catch either. We're going to go ahead and throw the misplay here, by the way. Always Trailblaze. If the move's taking out, just Trailblaze. No reason to lunge. That's just some old instincts coming in mind there. I'm thinking that lunge is cheaper. But no, they're actually the same energy. In the back, they're going to have a Machoke. Here's the thing about Machoke. It only has fighting moves. Unless it's purified, and then it could be running return. But this one is not purified. So we can just safely no-shield. All the fighting type moves are double resisted. We're just going to throw this next Trailblaze before they get to their next move. Taking out the Machoke, and all they have left is this Gator. We can easily make another Trailblaze, and that's going to be a GG's. Well played to my opponent. Yeah, I mean, this thing's just crazy. Yeah, we didn't even have to hit bubbles there, right? I just wanted to see it. That was just for science. I wanted to see if it was enough. All right. Up against an insane battler. This is Jason. Often on the first page of the leaderboard, running Ariados. Now, full disclosure, I had a stream open before I was playing. I had it closed for at least 30 minutes. Didn't even know he was still playing. And happened to queue into him. So I knew his team. I know that there's a Dugong in the back, and I'm just honestly trying to find a win con here because the Greninja absolutely does not want to take some bug bites. I have to flip switch here. So we're going to just spam out Trailblazes one after another. You can see the next Trailblaze will actually KO. So I am going to have to go down 2 shields here, but I'll be able to pull shields back. And I'm thinking I can do 5, throw the Trailblaze, and then catch on Greninja, but my counts were off by 1. So I end up CMPing here, and that means this Stone Edge is going to connect. I needed to keep my Ariados alive. That was really my only win con. We're gonna play it out. We're gonna see what we could do. He does hard swap into the Araquanid, which gives me a little bit of hope. I'm thinking, okay, maybe if Stone Edge can take out here, I can overfarm a little bit, be able to connect with the Stone Edge into the Dugong, and then Greninja can just clean up. So we go for the Stone Edge after we overfarm, and it's just not enough. And there's just no way that I'm Poison Stinging this thing down and having any kind of HP remaining, because here's the next Water Pulse. Yep, we don't even get the Poison Sting down. Araquanid, really interesting pick for this meta. Maybe one that I'm going to be looking at next. Maybe. I don't know. Here's the Dugong, and the game is just over. I just go ahead and throw the Night Slash just to see. Maybe I'll get the boost here. And no, we don't. So that's going to be GG's. Well played to my opponent. Really cool team. Really cool team. Alright, Greninja into another Malamar. So let's see if I play this one smarter and don't bait. But actually, they're going to swap out. They bring in Toxapex. Clodsire is a pretty hard wall here. Of course, they have Brine, but they need like 4 Brines to KO. So it's not really ever threatening. Maybe 3. I'm pretty sure it's 4 though. We do need 2 moves to KO them. I think Earthquake plus Stone Edge does it. Let's see how much this Quake does. Yeah, puts them into the yellow. Honestly, I think we need 2 Quakes. I don't think Stone Edge is going to do it from there. Maybe if we want to invest a shield, sure. Yeah, okay. I guess 3 Brines will do it. We're going to throw this Earthquake before the next Brine. But basically, any even shield scenario, we can win. So they do go ahead and let their Toxapex go. Out comes the Malamar. Remember, Ariados can fight back against this Malamar, so I'm perfectly happy with swapping back into my Greninja, especially knowing that it has energy, which is going to be threatening into almost anything. So they eat the Hydro Cannon, and they actually let me get this Night Slash off before they throw energy. So Night Slash going to be able to pull a shield. We're just 1 Water Shuriken away from the next Night Slash, so I'm happy to shield up the potential superpower. They're going to throw a second one. I don't think this one would KO, but since they stayed in for so long, I'm thinking they might be weak to Greninja in the back, and it's going to be Feraligatr. So yes, they are weak, not super weak. Going to go for the Night Slash here. That pulls the shield. Now I'm like, all right, let's go, Ariados. Let's see how bulky you are. And then they make a mistake here. They play the CMP, meaning I'm going to be able to land this Trailblaze. Does not one-shot, but it also doesn't drop their attack. So let's see. Could we have taken this Hydro Cannon if they threw it before us? And yes, we can. We even get the Poison Sting down. Ariados, an absolute monster. Out comes the Malamar, and there's just nothing it can do at this point. We're going to make it to this next Night Slash, and that's going to be a GG's. Well played to my opponent. So yeah, I mean, I always remember Ariados being a little bit glassy, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Alright, Greninja into Auroras. So I just put out a video on Auroras. Definitely check that one out next. I will go ahead and link it up here. Yeah, check that one out because Ariados got a very like secret buff. It's super underrated. It's crazy right now. You do have to avoid a few things, of course. Alright. So Ariados, Auroras lead rather. I'm going to be going straight Hydro Cannons. They do bait me with the Weather Ball. And I guess I missed a Powder Snow somewhere because I'm thinking that they're 1 short of the Meteor Beam here. And I no shield and oh no, I get smacked. But here's the good news. Ariados does have Trailblaze. We're going to go for it immediately on CMP. I'm hoping that even though it's non-stab, it's enough to take out. And it is. So we both... excuse me. We buff our own attack. Out comes a Girafarig. It's non-shadow. It doesn't matter. This lunge is going to KO. Come on. What do they have in the bag? Going to be a Malamar, and we just make it to another lunge. Ariados going to pick up the sweep in this final battle, and that's going to be GG's. Well played to my opponent. Yeah, I was hyped after that one. Didn't even have to show the Clodsire. So yeah, I mean, I had a ton of fun with Ariados. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. I think I'm going to be running this throughout the season. I think so. Now, again, like early ranked battles, always kind of hard to tell, but anyways, always kind of hard to tell if something's really good or if you're just playing opponents that are not that good. This thing felt like it was putting in a lot of work. So, we'll see. I'll play it more later on in the season. I'll probably play it on stream sometime. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can check it out later on in the season. See if it is really worth it or not. All right, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to my channel members for your support. And until next time, this is ChillisFM reminding you to always keep pushing forward.